So while I was out there looking at other pedals, I came across these Cool Cats, and I picked up a few of them. They're inexpensive, and they have nice sound qualities. I'm not saying they're going to be for everybody, but even some of their quirks are kind of fun and unusual and unique, and that's what I go for, especially in a dark, cheap pedal. So this is the Cool Cat Chorus. It's a rather slow setting. Let's bring this up to its median setting, bring the depth up as well. Has a mix and EQ knob over here. I've got them both a third of the way up, and you can kick those over. So far, the EQ is really subtle on this. I use it, but it's barely there. Where it makes more sense is when you're using a heavy distortion sound into it, and you really need to tweak that. It helps with that a little bit. I hate the concentric knob positions. You got one knob on top of the other, but again, the pedal is dirt cheap. It's really functional because when you're playing, you're not going to knock those. As far as I know, these aren't ever going to get knocked by anything, so it's a good idea. That's my only gripe with that. It's a bitch sometimes to get up here and tweak. Some of the things I've noticed on a couple of these Cool Cats is that I'm certain they're digital inside. They're definitely not analog, and you can hear where different settings kind of kick in. And again, I don't mind that. It's kind of cool that they've designed the pedal to have some of the ranges of things they do. Let me show you the real oddball thing. I mean, it does chorus well. I mean, in a way, chorus is kind of like the effect that everybody hates right now because of the 80s. Okay, I was a child of the 80s in a lot of ways. I was, playing a lot in the 80s. I had chorus, and I haven't had a chorus pedal in about 10, 12 years. So getting this for me was kind of, a trip down memory lane. An aspect of this that I'm not finding in the standard Boss pedals is that Boss pedals to me tend to be edgier and more high-end, a little thinner. I actually had a Retrosonic pedal that was really fat. It was kind of like the total opposite end of the spectrum. It was the coolest, pedal. They designed it after the CH1, and it really had a great sound to it. My problem was that it was so fat that every time I kicked it in, it was just like adding a layer of heavy woolen blankets than anything I was doing. It was a very nice woolen blanket, but it was a woolen blanket. One of the things I like about this pedal is it seems to kind of get in between those two worlds. It has the high-end shimmer, but not quite as much as the Roland. It can get darker, but nowhere near as dark as the Retrosonic. So, and again, for the price range, it works for what I need chorus, which is very rarely. Then, this is a great thing. It's an inexpensive chorus box that you don't have to bust the bank to get. You don't have to really feel any, love or hate of. It does what the chorus does. All right. Now I get off my soapbox here. Let's show you the wackier and weirder things. This is with the mix almost, this is all the way up. And the depth real close to all the way up. I just kind of like that digital garble thing. Oh, it's just stupid and I love it. You roll the depth back a little bit and you roll that mix back a little bit. And it actually gets to be almost a more usable effect. A little bit of that vibe thing. so far the one I like the best is to have the speed very slow, have the depth barely there, have the mix and EQ together at about a third of the way up. And of course here's a clean sound. So I just thought I'd show that. It's a pretty cool pedal for the price, so check it out.